everybody, Crusher Callan here, and today I'm playing Ark Survival Evolved. And in this video, this video will be another tutorial, in which I've been uploading quite a few tutorials recently to help all of you new players starting Ark, and some of the older players that don't know of these locations or how to do certain things. So in this video, will be a little bit of it's not really a secret, but it's something that not everybody knows, and this little secret location is actually right near our base. So this is a secret hidden wyvern cave. So it doesn't have as many it doesn't have as many nests as the main the main world scar, which I'm pretty sure is up here somewhere. Yeah, it's up there somewhere near the volcano. I'm pretty sure this does not have as many egg locations, which means you'll probably most likely not really be getting so many high level eggs from this. But it is a good way of getting just eggs when you need to, and you can always just kind of farm this sort of place to get the high level eggs you want, rather than like in your little area, rather than having to fly all the way up to the world scar. So I'll show you where it is, but first I'll give you a brief idea of where we are in case you don't already know. So if I fly up on my griffin, so up here, that's our base location. This is like the little river going down. They're the Southwest Islands over there, and Green Obby over here. So, and the Scorched Earth biome over there. So you can kind of find your way around here. This is probably the best place to start off, I've found. And so if you look on the map, if you don't know where I am right down in this little area here, across this little tiny river. And so from this location, you want to start off here. This is probably the best place I've found to start. So if you also, for exact locations, I'll get out the GPS. So this is 72.5 latitude, 39.7 longitude. And, oh, sorry, didn't mean to bring out my map. And so yeah, you want to start off from here. And as you can already tell, there are wyverns flying around, which kind of give you the hint there's a nest here. So you want to start off here, and then you want to fly down towards this this like sunken ship, this Viking ship right here, with the bit chopped off at the front. So you fly down under this huge archway. You got to be careful of the wyverns because they are here. So you fly down through this little area here, and just down here. So there will be wyverns flying around, but if you're on a quick mount, which you'll need to be to go in here, you should be fine. So here's just a bit of a, and then you head towards the waterfall right here, and see there's another wyvern there, and up there, that's not where you go. Most people would think it would be up there, but no, it is not. It is it's in this tiny little gap just around this rock here. So I'll stand at the door, try and give you a better reference. So if I just look around a bit, I'm just over here, and I've already got a fire wyvern trying to eat me. So this is just over this way, and what you do is you fly past this rock and through this little gap here, and then it'll lead you into this really large, pretty beautiful, I must admit. Oh wow, this is not going to go well. Alright, let me lead this guy out of here and try and get him away from me. Either that, or he can just sit in there and I can try and stay away from him. I'm gonna need stamina anyway. Right, let me land, get stamina back up. Don't have food for my griffin. I should really be more careful about that and make sure I'm always feeding him, but I don't. I sound like a great owner, don't I? So, just past this rock, I'm not really going to bother with this wyvern. He can just stay in there. So you go past this rock. It's a bit of a squeeze, and then it will lead you into this big pink cave. Now, I'm sorry if you guys can't really see, but unfortunately, gamma doesn't really help in this area, as the crystals kind of make it just doesn't look very good, and it doesn't really help all that much. So in here, I'm pretty sure there are about 5 nest locations, and I'll show you just about each one of them. So if you fly up here to this big huge rock sticking out of the water, you don't go left or right, you just go straight up here. I'll land. So if I pull out my my fire torch or my flame arrow, so up here is the first nest location up here. So because I'm on PvP, I can't spawn it in or anything. And people do come in here if they know about it pretty often. So that's why there may not be an egg here, but there's not always guaranteed to be one here, because there are, I think, 4 other locations. So that's the first one right here. So if I pull out my GPS, we're at 67.4 latitude and 41.9 longitude, sorry. And do note that you can't get in through the roof. That's your only entry point, so don't think you can just get in here some other way. Alright, so the next egg location, if we come up here, is just on this second rock. So if I pull out my torch, it's not here because you'd be able to see the egg or like the nest sort of shape. But if you come, it's around this sort of area on top of this rock somewhere. So it should be pretty easy to find if there's an egg, because it will be glowing blue, green, or blue, green, or blue, green, or red. Sorry. So you'll be able to see it up here, and this is at 66.4 and 41.7. So that is the second location. So the third one, you might think there's a bit of a pattern here, just going across the rocks, but it stops at the third one. So the next one is just down here. So down on this little ledge, down near the water, this is another one of the nest locations here. So if you pull out your, if I get my, I should probably hop off. It's somewhere along this ledge. Again, if there's an egg here, you'll be able to see it. But as of now, there is no egg here, so, or nest either. So I think by the looks of it, someone's already been in here, just a little earlier or just a little bit before, as there are not many nests. And then the fourth location is pretty easy to find, is on this little ledge here, I'm fairly sure. So I haven't actually seen one spawn here, I don't think, but I am quite sure that there is one that spawns down here. But I have only been into this place 2 times, so, but I have seen the eggs in all the other locations. I think this one and maybe one other one is this place where I haven't found one, but I'm fairly sure there's one here. So it should be on this ledge somewhere. Again, you'll see it if it's here, because there will be a light glowing in a nest. And so yeah, this is the fourth location. So this is at 65.1 latitude, 43.4 longitude. So that is the fourth location on this little almost shore that leads out into the water. So I haven't checked. I don't know what's in the water. There doesn't really seem to be that much. I can't see anything, but let's not get sidetracked. Let's go to the last location. So I think the last one is up here somewhere. Now I'm not 100% sure of where this one is. If you look around, you should, like, again, if there is an egg, you'll be able to see it, and like, even if you don't exactly know the nest location, you'll probably still be able to find it if there is an egg in there. But if there isn't, then if there isn't an egg, then you probably won't be able to find it. So I'll have a little bit of a look around for this last one. I can't exactly remember where it is exactly. But yeah, so I'll be right back once I've found this location. I better try not to get lost. Oh no, I thought that was an egg there. Just the crystal playing tricks on me. So I'll be right back once I have found this last location. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, and I am back, and I now know where this location, this last one is. So it's raining. It shouldn't really be because we're in a big cave, but there's nothing I can do about it. So for this last one, you're gonna want to start off, start off where you found the egg just before it, which was location 4 on this little shore, and you'll fly up, looking towards this big crystal and those little crystals there, and you fly up, and it is, I am fairly sure, right on this ledge here. So I have sadly not seen, I have not gotten any eggs from this run, which most likely suggests to me either for some reason they're not spawning, or the more likely reason is that someone has just been in here before me, and I think it's like a good half an hour to an hour for these eggs to respawn, or it might even be longer actually, I'm not 100% sure about that. And there were about 40 people on the server when I came on, so it probably does suggest that these eggs, or the cave has been, someone's been in it just before me. So so before I actually exit the cave, there's a little bit I want to tell you about this. So this cave, if you haven't already noticed, has lots of crystals. So if you oh, also wait, before I move on to resources and that you can find in here, last time, the 3 or 4 times I've been in here, there have been no wyverns in here. Now, I'm not sure if they just spawn outside the cave, like where I was right at the start, or if they spawn in here and people have lured them out. But every 3 or 4 times I've been in here, there have been no wyverns, and I think on 2 of the runs I've seen eggs, but one of them wasn't really a high level, so I didn't take it. But yeah, so having done it about 4 times, it probably suggests to me that wyverns don't spawn in here, but don't take that for granted, because I have only been in here 4 or 5 times, and it is very much possible that someone has been in here before me every single time. So yeah, I'm not sure if wyverns do spawn in here or don't. You might have to do a bit of researching for that, but the times I've been here they haven't, so I'm not too sure about that. Alright, so now, resources that you can actually find in here. So these little crystals will, pretty obviously, they'll give you crystals. And they will also give you a little bit of rare mushrooms. I don't quite know how, but I'm pretty sure all crystals on Ark have a chance of giving you mushrooms as well. And also a bit of stone as well too. So you can find these just about everywhere in here. So you can I can't remember, I think it's an Anki that gets more crystal, but you can bring an Anki in here and you can get, or an Anki and a Quetz, if, I'm not 100% sure if Quetz is fit, but you might just somehow be able to bring an Anki in here and just get all this crystal, because I mean there's heaps, like all on these little shelves, on the top, on most of them, and they're just pretty easy to find everywhere. So if there's some way of, if you can bring a Quetzal in here, I haven't tried it, this would probably be a pretty good place to go crystal mining. And also, there's also, if you haven't already noticed, there are also these bones everywhere. So these bones are actually harvestable. Just let me land. Oh, come on, buddy. Land. Oh, wow. So these bones are harvestable, and they will give you raw salt. And raw salt is used for preserving salt, so you probably don't need to take any dinosaurs in to harvest it, because it takes only like a few to make, like I think it's 6. It's probably 2 actually, but it's not really that expensive to make preserving salt, so you wouldn't have to do that very often. But there's a whole lot of those bones all around the place, and like they're all on top of these big rocks sticking out. So as you can see, they're all like around this area, and so yeah, they're all up here, and yeah, so I haven't explored under the water. We do not have any underwater mounts as of yet, but I'm fairly sure that this will actually be able to, like, you'll be able to fit underwater mounts into this cave, and I haven't checked, like I said, but there might be some like hidden things in the water, but I haven't checked, so I don't know. But it'll be pretty good for a base of operations if wyverns don't spawn in here and you can fit water dinos in. And also there are, like, other than the big rocks, there are also a few good base locations that, now, most people wouldn't really like you to be building in a world scar. But if you do manage to, there can be some good spots, like just this ledge here. It's, I'm pretty sure it's quite flat, just let me land. It's hidden, like, so it's all, like, you can't really see it because it's all black. I can't get off. Oh, there we go. So, like, it's not really flat, but you could probably build a base on here, and it would work alright if you keep it hidden. This, and it's also a pretty beautiful place as well. If you haven't already noticed, because of the big crystals and all the purple light that seeps into the, like, across the area, and it looks really cool. So I quite like the look of this cave, and I just enjoy going in here as well. It's quite fun. There are also a few other little places that you can take advantage of in here. So there's this little cave, or this little entrance here. You can actually go across here, and this goes up and around and down, and you could probably use that as a base spot as well. And that probably wouldn't block any of the wyvern spawns, so that might be allowed. It depends on your server, really. And the last spot that I also quite like, is if you keep going right to the end of the cave, right outside the back here, there's this little room, and it's a small entry point, and it's just full of bones, just everywhere. There's just bones all around, and it's just like, it goes in this, ends in this ditch, and it's just small, and then just over here is the end of the cave too. So yeah, well, the end's just up here. So yeah, this cave, not only is it a place to find wyvern eggs, as I have found eggs in here before. I got level 100 lightning, and I found a couple of others, but people, I think, have been in here before me, so I haven't got the full benefit of this cave yet. But you can certainly get wyvern eggs in here. You can get crystal, you can get raw salt. There are a few good base locations if you plan on building a base in here. I would say it's probably got water access as well, because if I come down here, the entry's like pretty deep. You just might not be able to fit water dinos through this little edge bit here. But yeah, so it's a pretty well hidden sort of place, and I actually quite like it. So can't see a thing again. But yeah, so although I was very unlucky today and did not actually find any eggs, I have found eggs in here before, and there are the wyverns around as well. So if you, this area is, not only is it good to build where we've got, because there's heaps of resources in that, and there are wyverns everywhere. So if you find the egg in that cave like we did, there's all the wyverns that you would ever need to get milk from and to raise the baby wyvern. So I've unluckily got wyverns everywhere at the moment, which might make it a bit tough getting back to base. But I just wanted to show you the egg that I got. So you can find lightning, poison, and fire. You can't find ice, and I don't think there's a way of making ice spawn in there. But yeah, so we found a level 100 fertilized white lightning egg. So Although it isn't the highest of levels, we do probably plan on raising it because it would probably be pretty useful. So, yeah, that's just proof that we did find eggs in there, and I have seen other people get eggs from there as well. So, yeah, that's about it for the basically hidden wyvern cave. So if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, and if you've got any feedback, put it in the comment section down below, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!